Back here on Earth, a Canadian Olympic hero is being honored this weekend. Clara Hughes has won Olympic medals in both speed skating and cycling, and she's tied for the most Olympic medals won by a Canadian. Today, she's being added to the Wall of Champions at Calgary's Olympic Skating Oval. It's happening as some of the world's best speed skaters are gathered in the city for a World Cup long track speed skating event. And Clara Hughes joins us now at the Oval. Clara, great to see you, and I have to ask you, after all the medals, honors and accolades that you have deserved and won, what's it like for you today to have your plaque unveiled at the Wall of Champions?
Well, I mean, as a speed skater, that's the ultimate. I skated in circles here at the Olympic Oval in Calgary for 10 years, for a decade, and I would always look at the photo of Katrina LeMaidon or Susan Ock, and I'd just be like, okay, I want to be in that body position. I want to feel that speed, which I never did because I'm an endurance athlete. But now, to have my picture up there is such an honor, and it's kind of funny, though. The photo of me isn't that awesome. I kind of look like I'm going to trip myself, but you can't win them all, right?
I bet you that is so self-deprecating. That is so you. I'm sure it's great, but just the ceremony just must remind you of your tremendous success, both at the Winter and Summer Olympics. But does it also remind you of how much you gave to succeed, how much your life has been shaped by Olympic competition?
Absolutely, and being back here in Calgary, walking up to the Oval today and then walking into this incredible dome of speed, I just always remember the first time I was inspired, and it was from this place in '88 when Gaetan Boucher skated his last race, and I never lost that sense of wonder that, oh my gosh, I actually get to do this and not only improve my technique, but grow and develop as a human being. And speed skating is such a magical sport, and walking in today and seeing the athletes doing their pre-competition warm-up, and it's like this alien motion that I can't believe I actually did, and it's so beautiful.
Just as you talk about it, your face lights up. You're so stoked at just even being there, of course, for this weekend's World Cup competition. Who are you watching today?
Oh, it's all about Christine Nesbitt for me. She is Canada's hope in Sochi, and I love watching Christine skate because over the last 4 years, she won the Olympics in Vancouver and she'll be the first person to say it was one of her worst races, almost tripping over the finish line. But her technique has improved so much under the coach Julie Wong, who's my former coach, and I'm just excited to see Christine start her season and unleash the power and the fire she has on the ice. So that's who my pick and my watch is for today.
I love it when you just talk about speed skating, because you're just downright poetic. When you talk about the minutes before a race, the intensity or the serenity that takes hold, the sound, the feel of the ice, what's going on in your head. Tell me a bit more of that, because it must be so vivid to you even now.
It is, and like I said, walking in and seeing the skaters do their starts and their accelerations on the ice and seeing this controlled chaos on that ice surface, I remember being there and just trying to get that feel every time I stepped on the ice, allowing that movement to happen through me, and that's what the skaters are out there doing, and I'm like, my God, they're doing it and I can feel it, but I don't want to be out there because it's so hard. As beautiful as this sport is, the skaters make it look easy because they put in hundreds of hours of technical practice, and I think that's the ultimate beauty of the sport. It's that poetry in motion that is at the ultimate level of human effort, and it meshes both of the effort and the fluidity, and it's just amazing. And before the races, the athletes, you're just trying to the mind and get ready to unleash. As soon as the gun goes off, it's maximum power and speed, but it's also fluidity. So the nuances of it are just incredible.
Just hearing you talk about this and seeing some of the pictures, you're right. Most people watching speed skaters, they're struck by the grace and the power, but talk a bit more about the pain, because again, I know you've talked about that final push as you're near the end of a particular race, and sometimes it just feels like glass is being jabbed into your eyes. Tell me more about the effort.
Yeah, it's just, it is the position of the skating that makes it so hard. You're in this position where you're pushing as hard as you can to the side, and then you get in the corners, you have to hold your body in that position and still feel like you're kicking through a door. So when you're doing that, in my distances that lasted up to 7 minutes long, the pain is not just in your legs, it's in your lungs, in your heart, in your eyeballs, and you feel like you're gonna die after a race. The shorter races are a little different, and I could never get into that muscle fiber, the fast twitch muscle fiber that the sprinters get into, and their pain is different, but it is as intense, and they can only make those efforts a certain amount of times in a day, in a month, in a year. And I think the skaters here are all thinking about being as fast as they can here, but saving their best for the Olympics.
You know, obviously that you're still so passionate about the sport, but I don't get the sense that you miss it, or you sure don't miss the pain.
No, I don't. And, coming in here, I'm so glad I'm not out there, and I'm just going to enjoy watching, and I cannot wait for Sochi to see the performances there and to see the stars shine, and I think some of them are going to be Canadian, and my pick is Christine Nesbitt for gold in the 1,000 meters. I can't wait to watch her defend her Olympic gold medal, and it's going to be an amazing day for Canada.
So, Christine, you're right. She's certainly one of the brightest lights, and we'll be watching her. She's an Olympic veteran. For some of the other speed skaters, Clara, first-time Olympians, what advice do you have for them as they head to Sochi?
My only advice is do not limit yourselves. I remember before my first Olympics as a cyclist, so many people said to me, this one's for experience, you'll go again and then maybe you'll get a medal. And inside, I just thought, I am here to race and someone's going to win, it might as well be me. I didn't win, but I came away with 2 medals because I didn't limit myself to maybe the experience I had at the Olympics. Anybody can rise to the occasion. That's the beauty of the games. It brings out something in the human being, in the athlete, and when they connect to the Olympic movement and the possibilities, that's when it can be like the performance of your life that you never repeat again. So the young Canadian athletes, they can do anything, and they have athletes like Christine Nesbitt, Jeremy Witherspoon, maybe if he's there, Denny Morrison. These athletes are showing them what's possible day in and day out.
Clara Hughes, you are one kind of inspiration. I just love hearing you talk. What a treat to talk to you. Thanks for joining us, and enjoy today.
Thank you so much.